May 9, 2029, Woody Island, South China Sea, Paracel Islands, Chinese-controlled territory, disputed sovereignty, Vietnam claims, Taiwan claims, but China occupies. Military presence, established 1974. Recent activity, massive construction, satellite imagery, detected expansion, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency analysis, 3 years monitoring, pattern, underground excavation, systematic tunneling, rock removal, documented, equipment deployment, heavy machinery, construction materials, massive quantities, concrete, thousands of tons, steel reinforcement, extensive, everything suggesting hardened facility, underground bunker, purpose, initially unclear, then intelligence breakthrough, defector information, Chinese military engineer, former 2nd Artillery Corps, now rocket force, testimony, specific, Woody Island Project, underground missile complex, DF-26 ballistic missiles, range, 4,000 kilometers, intermediate range, anti-ship variant, DF-26B, carrier killer capability, land attack version, DF-26, strategic targets, plus DF-21D missiles, range, 2,500 kilometers, anti-ship ballistic, carrier threat, total deployment planned, 24 launchers, 12 DF-26, 12 DF-21D, underground, protected from strikes, hardened, survived bombing, strategic position, 1,200 kilometers from Guam, 2,800 kilometers from Okinawa, 3,200 kilometers from Hawaii. Perfect range, American bases threatened. Commander General Liu Wei coordinated construction, rocket force officer. Strategic weapons specialist, orders from Beijing, complete underground complex, maximum protection, deploy strategic missiles, target American bases, Guam priority, Okinawa secondary, hardened facility, survive first strike, counter-strike capability, guaranteed, American forces, threatened continuously. Strategy, sophisticated, underground, protection from conventional strikes, strategic missiles, threaten American power projection. Woody Island, unsinkable aircraft carrier. Expected, construction undetected. Deployment, complete before American response. Missiles, operational, bases threatened. Regional dominance, established. Reality, catastrophically wrong. American intelligence detected construction immediately. Satellite surveillance, comprehensive. Defector information, confirmed plans. Strategic assessment, grave threat. What happened next demonstrated why underground missile bunkers on disputed islands trigger comprehensive American response, including potential preemptive options. National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, Fort Belvoir, Virginia, Director Admiral James Peterson, 30 years intelligence experience, multiple strategic assessments. He briefed Defense Secretary, Woody Island Underground Facility, 3 years construction, complete analysis, missile bunker, DF-26 and DF-21D deployment planned, 24 launchers total, hardened protection, strategic threat, Guam, Okinawa, Hawaii range, Chinese capability, first strike on American bases, counterstrike, even after initial American attack. Assessment, changes strategic balance. Recommend, comprehensive response options, diplomatic, economic, military. This is grave threat. Defense Secretary convened National Security Council. President informed. Strategic assessment presented. Chinese underground bunker threatens American bases. Guam, 170,000 American personnel. Strategic bomber base, naval facilities, submarine port. Okinawa, 50,000 American troops. Kadena Air Base, Marine Corps, naval facilities, both within DF-26 range. Hawaii, Pearl Harbor, Pacific Fleet Headquarters, extreme DF-26 range, threatened. Chinese capability, strike American power projection. Woody Island missiles, strategic game changer. But underground, difficult to destroy. Hardened, conventional bombing insufficient. Options, limited. Diplomatic pressure, economic sanctions, or military strike before operational. Which international law governs military facilities on disputed territory? A. Unclose Article 121. B. UN Charter. Article 51. C. No clear framework. President ordered. Diplomatic track. Immediate. Confront China. Underground bunker. Unacceptable. Missile deployment. Strategic threat. Demand. Construction halt. Facility dismantlement. Or face severe consequences. Economic sanctions. Prepared. Military options. Developed. But diplomacy. First attempt. National Security Advisor transmitted Beijing. Urgent communication. Secretary of State. Direct contact. Chinese Foreign Ministry. Message. Clear. Woody Island Underground Facility. Detected. Analyzed. Assessed. Missile bunker. DF-26 and DF-21D. Strategic threat. American bases. Unacceptable. Demand. Halt construction. Dismantle facility. Or severe consequences. Diplomatic. Economic. Military. Choose wisely. Stay with me. What happened in next 47 days became strategic bunker crisis, demonstrating Chinese refusal triggers comprehensive American response, including military options. Chinese government response, defiant. Official statements, Woody Island, Chinese territory, sovereign right, military facilities, defensive purpose only. American bases, threaten China. Our missiles, defensive deterrence. Construction, continues. Facility, completion proceeding. American demands, rejected. Sovereignty, non-negotiable. Message, clear, no compromise. Construction, continuing. Missiles, deploying soon. Strategic threat, proceeding. This is where Navy Wire brings you inside strategic facility crisis operations, where Chinese bunker construction meets American deterrence, where underground missiles threaten regional balance, where diplomatic failure requires military options, superior intelligence, superior planning, superior resolve. American response, escalated. Economic sanctions, targeted. Chinese defense companies, asset freezes. Technology exports, banned. Financial restrictions, severe. Plus, diplomatic pressure. Regional allies, coordinated. Japan, supported American position. South Korea, backed demands. Australia, condemned bunker. Philippines, opposed missiles. Taiwan, grave concern. ASEAN nations, worried. Regional coalition, formed. Diplomatic isolation, increased. But Beijing, unmoved. Construction, continued. Satellite imagery, documented progress. Tunneling, completing. Concrete, pouring. Steel, installing. Facility, 85% complete. Missile deployment, months away. Defense Secretary briefed President. Diplomatic track, failed. Sanctions, ineffective. Chinese construction, continuing. Facility, nearing completion. DF-26 deployment, estimated 3 months. Strategic threat, imminent. Military options, required consideration. Preemptive strike, destroy facility before operational. Risks, significant. Escalation, possible. But alternative, accept strategic vulnerability. Guam threatened, Okinawa threatened. Regional balance, shifted. Presentation, grave. Options, difficult. Decision, momentous. If you believe preemptive strikes on missile bunkers are justified, type Navy Wire in the comments. President ordered, military options, detailed planning, B-2 stealth bombers, massive ordnance penetrator, GBU-57, 30,000-pound bomb, bunker buster capability, Woody Island facility, target, strike planning, complete assessment, collateral, minimized, effectiveness, confirmed, but authorization, held, final decision, pending. Chinese, one more chance, back-channel communication, ultimate warning, strategic planning, Pacific Command, Admiral Thomas Richardson, 4-star, Pacific Fleet Commander. He coordinated strike planning, B-2 bombers, Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri, 2 aircraft assigned, each 1 GBU-57, 30,000 pounds, penetrates, 200 feet reinforced concrete, detonates, underground, destroys, hardened facilities, Woody Island bunker, perfect target, Flight plan, developed. Guam staging, refueling, coordinated. Chinese air defenses, analyzed. HQ-9 missiles, Woody Island deployed, but B-2, stealth capable. Detection, difficult. Penetration, probable. Strike success, high confidence. Back-channel communication, delivered. CIA officer, Beijing station. Meeting, Chinese intelligence. Message, presidential. Woody Island bunker, threatens American bases. 3 months. Missiles operational, unacceptable. Final warning, halt construction, dismantle facility. Or military strike. B-2 bombers, bunker busters. Facility destroyed, before operational. This is not bluff. Intelligence, we know everything. Capability, we can destroy. Resolve, we will act. Choose, peace or escalation. How deep can GBU-57 penetrate reinforced concrete? A. 60 feet. B. 200 feet. C. 300 plus feet. Answer at the end. Chinese leadership, emergency session, Politburo Standing Committee, 7 members. Intelligence report, presented. American threat, credible. B-2 stealth, capable. GBU-57, devastating. Facility, vulnerable before completion. 3 months, insufficient time. Air defenses, inadequate against stealth. American resolve, assessed genuine. Risk calculation, strike probable if construction continues. But stopping, political cost. Domestic hardliners, opposition. Regional credibility, damaged. Strategic capability, abandoned. Decision, difficult. Debate, intense. Finally, pragmatism prevailed. Facility, not yet operational. Destruction, waste of investment. Escalation, dangerous. American resolve, underestimated initially. Reality, correction required. What would you have done if Chinese leader facing credible bunker strike threat? Comment your tactical decision below. Chinese response, indirect, not official capitulation, but actions, revealing. Construction, slowed. Satellite imagery, documented. Equipment, removing. Concrete, stopping. Excavation, ceasing. Personnel, reducing. Facility, mothballing, not dismantled, but inactive. Missile deployment, postponed indefinitely. Underground bunker, empty, unused. Strategic threat, neutralize without strike. American ultimatum, achieved objective. Military force, unnecessary. Credible threat, sufficient. Strategic crisis, resolved. But facility, remains. Future activation, possible. American monitoring, permanent. President received assessment. Woody Island construction, ceased. Facility, inactive. Missile deployment, canceled. Strategic threat, neutralized. Military strike, unnecessary. Diplomatic success, through credible military threat. But facility, intact. Future concern, remains. Permanent monitoring, required. Regional allies, reassured. Chinese, message received. American resolve, demonstrated. Success, achieved. Strike avoided. But vigilance, essential. Admiral Peterson, continued surveillance. Satellite imagery, daily. Woody Island, monitored constantly. Construction, confirmed stopped. 3 years' work, abandoned. Billions invested, wasted. But infrastructure, preserved. Tunnels, exist. Reinforcement, installed. Future activation, hours if ordered. American intelligence, watching. Any resumption, detected immediately. Response, prepared. B-2 bombers, on alert. GBU-57, ready. Strike plan, updated. Chinese, understand. Reactivation, triggers strike. Deterrence, maintaining. Tactical assessment revealed Chinese strategic miscalculation. Build underground bunker, 3 years construction, massive investment. Strategic missiles, planned. DF-26 and DF-21D. American bases, threatened. Expected, completion before detection. Or, American acceptance. Reality, immediate detection. 3 years surveillance. complete intelligence, defector information, confirmed plans, diplomatic confrontation, demanded halt, economic sanctions, applied pressure, regional isolation, coordinated, military threat, credible strike, B-2 bombers, capable, GBU-57, devastating, facility, vulnerable, Chinese calculation, construction halt, strategic investment, abandoned, 3 years' work, wasted, billions, lost, but escalation, avoided, American military strike, deterred through compliance, strategic lesson, American intelligence superior, American resolve, genuine, underground bunkers, detectable, vulnerable before operational, strategic surprise, impossible. Quantity or quality in bunker deterrence? Comment Q for quantity or L for quality. National Geospatial Intelligence Agency demonstrated satellite surveillance excellence. 3 years monitoring, documented construction, pattern analysis, identified purpose, defector coordination, confirmed intelligence, comprehensive assessment, enabled response, against underground construction, complete detection, Chinese secrecy, penetrated, strategic surprise, prevented, American intelligence, superior capability, Woody Island, monitored continuously, future activation, detected immediately. B-2 Spirit bomber proved strategic deterrence platform, stealth capability, penetrates defenses, GBU-57 payload, destroys bunkers, strike planning, demonstrated credibility, against Chinese facility, credible threat, deterrence, achieved without employment, capability, respected, Chinese compliance, forced through threat, these bombers, strategic assets, bunker busting, unique capability, regional deterrence, maintained. GBU-57, massive ordnance penetrator demonstrated bunker destruction capability, 30,000 pounds, devastating weapon, penetration, 200 feet concrete, underground detonation, complete destruction, against Woody Island, perfect weapon, facility, vulnerable, Chinese assessment, accurate, bunker, destroyable, construction halt, rational, this weapon, changes strategic calculations, underground facilities, not invulnerable, American capability, comprehensive. Diplomatic coordination showed alliance strength, Japan, supported pressure, South Korea, backed demands, Australia, condemned construction, Philippines, opposed deployment, regional coalition, united, against Chinese bunker, collective opposition, diplomatic isolation, effective pressure, Beijing, faced regional consensus, strategic project, regional threat, alliance coordination, diplomatic success. Economic sanctions provided additional pressure layer, defense companies, targeted, technology, banned, financial, restricted, against strategic project, meaningful impact, combined diplomatic military economic, overwhelming pressure, Chinese leadership, rational calculation, compliance, better than escalation, sanctions, contributed to decision, multi-domain pressure, effective strategy. Which technology dominates 2030 bunker warfare? Stealth bombers, hypersonic weapons, or underground construction? Comment your prediction. Chinese government response was face-saving construction pause. Official statements: Woody Island project, environmental concerns, construction, temporary pause, future, under review. Never, admitted American pressure. Never, acknowledged military threat. But actions, clear. Construction, stopped. Facility, inactive. Missiles, never deployed. Strategic threat, neutralized. Internal assessment, American intelligence superior. Military capability, credible. Resolve, genuine. Future projects, reconsidered. Underground bunkers, vulnerable before operational. Strategic surprise, impossible against American surveillance. American diplomatic response was quiet strategic success. Public statements, minimal. Behind scenes, ultimatum delivered. Military threat, credible. Chinese compliance, achieved. Construction, halted. Strategic threat, neutralized. Victory, silent. Allies, informed privately. Regional security, maintained. Escalation, avoided. Success, through strength. Deterrence, working. Future, vigilance required. Woody Island, monitored perpetually. Regional allies observed and gained confidence. Japan noted American resolve. South Korea witnessed effective deterrence. Australia recorded diplomatic success. Philippines saw protection. When China builds strategic bunkers, American response, comprehensive intelligence, diplomatic pressure, economic sanctions, military threats, combined, overwhelming, Chinese compliance, forced, regional allies, protected, strategic balance, maintained, alliance, strengthened through success. Congressional response was intelligence capability, validation with bunker buster funding. 3 years surveillance, detected construction. Defector management, confirmed plans. Strike planning, demonstrated capability. Diplomatic success, through military credibility. Intelligence, validated completely. B-2 program, essential. GBU 57, critical capability. Satellite surveillance, increased funding. Defector programs, expanded. May 9th through June 25th proved intelligence works. Deterrence succeeds. Bunker busters, essential. Strategic investment, justified. Chinese rocket force faced strategic program failure. 3 years construction, wasted. Billions invested, abandoned. Underground facility, unused. Strategic missiles, never deployed. American bases, remain unthreatened from Woody Island. Regional deployment, reconsidered. Underground construction, vulnerability acknowledged. American intelligence, respected. Military capability, feared. Future projects, revised. Woody Island lesson, expensive education. International strategic weapons community analyzed extensively. Underground bunkers, protection strategy. Chinese construction, sophisticated engineering. 3 years, systematic excavation. Strategic position, Woody Island perfect. DF-26 range, threatens Guam. American response, comprehensive intelligence. Satellite surveillance, detected immediately. Diplomatic pressure, coordinated allies. Military threat, B-2 and GBU 57. Economic sanctions, targeted. Combined pressure, overwhelming. Chinese compliance, rational. Construction halt, avoided escalation. This became case study. Strategic facility construction, intelligence detection, deterrence through capability, diplomatic success. Chinese project educated international community through expensive failure. Was this crisis intelligence success, diplomatic victory, or deterrence demonstration? Leave your analysis in the comments. And while you're there, tell us, what strategic operations should Navy Wire cover next? Your engagement shapes our content. Your support makes this possible. To hostile forces, understand that building underground bunkers triggers American intelligence and military response. Chinese learned. 3 years construction, detected immediately. Every phase, monitored. Defector information, confirmed. Diplomatic pressure, coordinated. Economic sanctions, applied. Military threat, B-2 bombers ready. GBU 57, bunker busters capable. Combined pressure, overwhelming. Construction, halted. Facility, abandoned. This is guaranteed outcome. American intelligence, comprehensive. Diplomatic coordination, effective. Military capability, credible. Don't build strategic bunkers. Don't threaten American bases. Don't test American resolve. To American intelligence community, understand that NGA and defector programs showed exceptional capability. 3 years, continuous surveillance. Pattern analysis, identified purpose. Defector coordination, confirmed plans. Strike planning, enabled response. Diplomatic success, through intelligence foundation. This is intelligence excellence. This is strategic warning. When detecting construction, monitor continuously. When analyzing purpose, coordinate defectors. When supporting policy, provide options. May-June 2029 proved intelligence works. Surveillance succeeds. Strategic warning prevents war. South China Sea remains monitored area. Chinese construction detected immediately. Strategic facilities countered comprehensively. When China builds bunkers, American response, intelligence surveillance, diplomatic pressure, economic sanctions, military threats, combined, overwhelming, Chinese compliance, forced, regional security, maintained, Woody Island, monitored perpetually. Allied strategic cooperation increased. Japan enhanced intelligence sharing. South Korea committed surveillance. Australia supported monitoring. Philippines provided access. When Chinese bunker threatened region, allies respond with unified intelligence. Surveillance, coordinated. Pressure, collective. Strategic security, shared responsibility. If you made it this far, you understand what bunker deterrence requires. You've witnessed intelligence detection. You've seen diplomatic pressure. You've learned why strategic construction fails. This is Navy Wire, where we break down strategic operations, where intelligence success gets serious analysis, where deterrence is explained, where diplomatic victory is celebrated. Subscribe now. Join our community of serious strategic analysts. Hit notification bell so you never miss strategic coverage. Support this channel by hitting like button immediately. Share this video with someone needing to understand strategic deterrence. Comment your thoughts on bunker warfare. Your engagement helps us grow. Your support enables detailed analysis. Your passion drives this channel forward. Build Navy Wire community with us. 3 final questions. Which capability most critical? Which pressure most effective? What strategic crisis should we analyze next? Drop answers below. Debate, discuss, engage. Your comments shape future content. Quiz answer: 200 feet. GBU 57. Massive ordnance penetrator can penetrate approximately 200 feet of reinforced concrete before detonating underground, demonstrated by credible threat to Woody Island facility, forcing Chinese construction halt, showing bunker-busting capability drives strategic calculations. The island enforces limits. Chinese underground construction. Woody Island. 3 years. Systematic excavation. Billions invested. Strategic bunker. DF-26 missiles planned. DF-21D deployment. 24 launchers. American bases targeted. Guam threatened. Okinawa threatened. American intelligence detected immediately. 3 years. Monitored continuously. Defector. Confirmed plans. Diplomatic pressure. Demanded halt. Economic sanctions. Applied. Regional allies. Coordinated. Military threat. B-2 bombers. GBU 57 bunker busters. Strike plan. Ready. Ultimatum. Delivered. Chinese calculation. Compliance. Construction. Halted. Facility. Abandoned. Strategic threat. Neutralized. This is intelligence excellence. This is diplomatic success. This is deterrence working. May-June 2029 proved absolutely. Underground bunkers. Detectable. American intelligence. Superior. Military threats. Credible. Definitively. Comprehensively. Successfully. Subscribe to Navy Wire, where we analyze strategic operations demonstrating American intelligence and deterrence superiority. Where bunker crises receive comprehensive analysis. Where diplomatic success gets serious recognition. Where intelligence excellence is explained and celebrated. Where strategic deterrence is recognized completely. This is Navy Wire.